Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey, all asshole consulting, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, I put water in my hair. Hopefully it gets a little better. Hey, Clary, it's the guy, the one from the parents who are asking money for again. I like the video you made enough to go ahead and pay for more advice. You see, I only told you part of my problems, and I think they are enough for 2 videos worth. The reason I didn't mention my mother was because I couldn't bring her up without talking about a whole other set of problems. She is very much in the picture, and in fact a big reason why my family, although not the only, is in the financial mess we're in. The reason there is even another house on another property is because this was the previous place we lived, but about 17 years ago, my dad said she really got nutty and demanded to live in a big one. So 17 years ago, almost 2 decades ago, your dad couldn't stare down your mom and tell her to fuck off. Just pointing it out. Hence where they and I live now. I've often used to ask him, why don't you just sell that other house? It never made any sense to me to keep it. It's just more to pay in taxes. The best answer I seemed to get was that based on the way they live, which I've come to find out is above their means, is they would have sold it, then the money gotten from it would have been long gone by now. Yeah, so your parents have a spending problem. Okay. My mother is the one that insisted on getting a new vehicle just recently, and now enough time has gone by where she feels she wants to move to another house. I believe that, yet again, she wants to upgrade, but my father wants to downgrade. This may be the thing that finally incites a divorce between the two. Well, that's if your dad grows a fucking pair. They get in verbal fights all the time, although sometimes she hits him. Fucking hell. I can't help it your dad's a pussy. I really can't help it that your dad's a pussy. You don't have to be a pussy. You don't have to be like your dad. You can learn and monkey see, monkey don't do. But, you know, this is a shit show. And both have threatened to leave each other over the years on numerous occasions. What's worse is that my younger brother now goes to a pricey college for golf. And that only adds to the cost of everything since he doesn't really have to work. She always insisted that my siblings have nicer cars to drive for themselves, but doesn't seem to care that I drive a $900 car that looks like complete shit. Well, as long as it runs, dude, you don't have to worry. I'm not complaining. Okay. But the mere mention that my brother drive something cheap from my father starts a Civil War-like argument. I didn't mention it before, but I live in the country and drive usually 40 miles one way to go to work. This has kept me kind of isolated, and I hate this feeling of being trapped. I can't really go to the worker's house and stuff because this seems to be an issue for my mother. You see, she is a paranoid type of person that didn't used to let me or my siblings go to many places. She is the type that is worried if you played outside in the front lawn by yourself that some pedophile behind a tree would pop up and steal you away. But there is a kicker. She is also a bipolar Looney Tune that has either slapped or hit all of us at some times for some bullshit reason. Once she even tried to choke, which she denies my sister, and I had to pull her off. My dad even came to about times she attacked him. My sister has now moved on with her boyfriend who pays her rent, and my brother spends 90% of his time at his girlfriend's place. He gets to see what a normal happy household looks like. I always felt like the kid who helped the most labor as well and got fucked over for it. My friends have long since moved away, and if it wasn't for my guitars, I think I would have been mentally broken long ago. It is just about the only thing I get to enjoy. I just feel like having stolen from me. Tired of that. I know this has been a much longer post. I'd fucking say, kid, but I feel it needed to be, which finally brings me to my question. I never got to have any fun, but I would like to start a band. I feel like it would give me plenty of people to meet and an opportunity to have a little joy in my life. And let's just say I've had plenty of song material to write about. I still want to be responsible and got on with my life and try and get a trailer and save my money and do a good job. And that's all. Is it stupid selfish of me to want to play in a band and have a little fun? Or should I abandon that idea and focus solely on work and getting back to school, etc. I know this is much longer. I apologize. No, dude, you should totally be your mom's bitch. You should like totally just like. What I would do is go to Home Depot and get clamps. Hopefully they call it's in the anal department, and maybe these clamps will like further spread your asshole so your mom could get a fucking strap on to fucking rape you some more. Fucking Christ, how old are you? I know you're an adult. I'm just going through it. Just going through it. You're 24. Okay, you're 24. You're the epitome of why every man should be an American and live on his own and be his own man and support himself. I know I know you come from a broken family. I know that. But since your mom is pure evil, I'm not saying that out of joking. You got bipolar. I don't believe in that bullshit in half a second. I believe that's evil people that hide behind like little fucking cowards they are. I have a mental disorder. Oh, don't hurt. It's not me. Hang on. Oh, don't, I just did that because of my mental disorder. No, she's a fucking cunt. I would emancipate yourself, frankly. I would emancipate yourself from your mom. Because that is not only is she abusive and evil, and your parents are a bunch of fuck-ups, that is a legal risk you don't want to have anything to do with. I would emancipate yourself from your mother in half a fucking second. I understand you grew up under this environment and you think that it's okay that your old man gets beat and your sister gets choked. I'm sure you think that's fucking normal. I ain't got the fucking time to explain to you why that's all fucked up. But right now, you need to get the fuck away from your goddamn parents because they are not good for you. And you need to put them on ice. Matter of fact, if it were me, I'd call fucking child services in custody. But you're all adults, so there's really nothing you can do about that. The next time your mom ever touches you or your father, I'd call the fucking cops immediately. But that's just me. That's just me. Because I know you're a 24-year-old little fucking pussy. Oh, do I do anything? Or do I just let this fucking tyrant? I know. It's like, I can see it. I can see it as a third-party independent individual. I'm looking at it like, what the fuck? Why would you tolerate that bullshit? But you grew up under it. So that's where I'm trying to get. I mean, I'd like to start a band. I'm getting back to your original question. Kid, you have every right to start your band. You have every right to do what you want. This is all academic and bullshit theoretical talk until you move the fuck out of your parents' house. You need to get away from your dad and your mom. They're not good people. You'll do a lot more. They're dependent upon you. That's why they steal your money and you're a kid. You're like, oh, they just take it and borrow and pay back. No. Fuck the trailer. Fuck this bullshit. Fuck it all. Get a fucking job. Become a 24-year... You know, like, guys... Well, our age, you're 24. But, you know, guys at 24 were, like, getting their asses shot up over on Normandy. Like, we're getting our guts blown out. You and I know how much spoiled little fucking pussies we are. And you can't find a fucking job and get out of this goddamn family? Take your job. Go find a couch. Sleep on it and be happy that you got fucking shelter and fucking heat. And then go live your life and figure out what you want to do and never, ever, ever visit your family ever again until your mom apologizes and she goes to therapy. That's what I would do. Okay? Start your band. Absolutely. Go play your band. You are entitled to happiness. I mean, I'm not saying you're entitled to happiness. But you're entitled to take a shot at it. You have every right to pursue happiness. And if you want to go play in a band, go play in a band. But you got bigger problems, dude. You got way bigger problems. That you're 24 and still living at home. And your parents live off of you. And your mom's a fucking psycho cunt. So, let's... you need to go get some therapy, dude. Go talk to a therapist. But in the meantime, I'd get your fucking job. I'd live on your own. Become a real goddamn man. Become like Become a tenth of the Americans that the real Americans were that were getting their asses shot up at Normandy. Become a real man. Support yourself. Get your own damn job. Move out of the house. Whether it's a trailer or not, this does not matter. You need to get the fuck away from that goddamn family. That family sounds like a bunch of fucking psychopaths, and they're not good for you, and you're just basically being their fucking slave. Stop being their fucking slave. Get the fuck out. Live your own goddamn motherfucking life, and go play in your band. And I know that's all you've known. I know that, you know, your mom and your family, that's all you've known. You need to know better. You need to get a much better family. And that ain't going to happen until you start holding them to standards, put them on ice, leave them. And, when did it... I mean, I understand. You grew up in it. When did it be okay that your mom could choke your daughter or your sister? When was that all right? When did you not decide to go to the cops with that? I'm just wondering. Probably past the statute of limitation. I don't understand that as like a self-respecting, independent third party. Anyway, yeah, kid, you got every right to be in a band, but none of that's going to matter until you get out of that fucking family. So, sorry, it's one of the most macabre, sad consultations I've ever done. Toodles.